Hello and welcome back to some more Genshin Impact. So I'm going to be continuing with the timed event in this video, hopefully finishing it in this video because there are only 3 days and 8 hours left on it. It wants me to head to Layla's cave, I'm already in there, in order to help Layla find his spirit. Lolly plans to get more info from within the tribe, but how successful was she? So let's go ahead and talk to Auroron right over here to do just that. It's very quiet.
Hey, everyone.
There we go. As soon as I said that.
Ah, Granny. You're back.
So, no good news for me then?
You saw right through me. The Traveler collected a lot of spirits, and I checked all of them one by one. None of them matches Leela's description.
I figured. It was written all over your face. It's alright. I didn't exactly have high hopes for the needle in a haystack approach anyway.
Leela's condition is still stable, but we're not really getting anywhere.
Well, luckily, I made some progress on my end. Leela's parents told me that he made a new friend recently, and apparently he's been out of the house for days at a time. On one occasion, they secretly followed him and saw him and his friend tinkering around with something at a camp.
They saw his friend?
Yeah, some guy who goes by the name Kokuchu, dressed in what looked like Inazuman attire.
Really now?
Is this really all I'll need, Mr. Kokachu?
Based on my studies of the ancient texts, hypersensitivity is usually treated with desensitization therapy. So, I figure there's no reason it shouldn't work in reverse. Now, for a poor chap like yourself with no sensitivity to spirits whatsoever, you'll have to completely immerse yourself in spiritually rich substances for this to be effective. I'm electing to name this approach hypersensitization therapy.
Is this guy scamming him?
Is it risky?
And what is that in his hand? Huh.
You're the spirit duffer, not me. I'm sure you're more clued up than I am on the potential consequences of brute force clairvoyance. Ultimately, it's your decision.
So in other words, he can claim that he didn't really have anything to do with it. Well, other than helping the guy get started, but...
Alright, but I do have one last question. What's in this for you? People like me obviously don't have much clout in this tribe, so it's not like I can offer you much in return.
You think I'm looking for a reward? Oh, my good sir, take a look at my face. Isn't the answer written here clear as day?
Huh.
What? What's written there?
Just a friendly guy who's happy to help.
Now I know this guy's lying.
What? So some random guy from Inazuma just felt like helping Leela cure his spirit deaferness?
Hypersensitization therapy, huh? What a novel idea. Could that really work?
Not on Leela by the looks of things.
It's anything but novel. Our tribe used to offer it as a treatment once upon a time. But it was so fraught with risks and had such an abysmal success rate that it was eventually outlawed. As for this Kokuchu fellow, I'm sure he has his own agenda. He conveniently disappeared right after Leela got into this mess. Leela's parents gave me the address of the camp, so I went and checked it out. There were clear traces of spiritual energy. And also, look what I found.
So what is that supposed to be exactly?
What's this?
A broken shard. Probably from a weapon or some sort of ceremonial implement.
Well, that doesn't really tell us too much.
You feel that? It might look old, but it has extremely strong traces of spiritual energy. Leela must have used this as his medium. It would definitely explain how a spirit duffer like him was able to trigger a clairvoyant experience.
Okay.
Wait, there's something else. It feels so familiar. I think this is somehow connected to my ancient name.
Oh. Interesting. So yeah, Kachina had an ancient name. I forgot what it was already, but that was like a big part of the reason why she was able to, become one of the champions or whatever, right? So, I think that's what they call them. Anyways,
Connected how? Is it like a shard of an ancient name?
No, more like... I think this item might have belonged to a previous bearer of my ancient name.
Perhaps it was Sanhaj?
Okay, that's it. Granny's getting itchy clairvoyance fingers. I'm going to try using this shard as a medium.
Cool, same as last time? The Traveler can use the Spirit Loom to record what you find on a woven scroll.
Nope. Auroron can do the recording this time.
Why?
It's a safety measure. You have a better understanding of the spirit domain than the Traveler. If this really is a Sanhaj relic, you'll be better placed to deal with the fallout in the event that something goes wrong.
Ah, see, Paimon? Told you Granny has a soft spot for the Traveler. Look at her not wanting to put him in danger. Meanwhile, I'm just a grandkid, so I'm expendable.
Hey, what are you blabbing on about?
Sorry, Granny. I'm ready now.
Then let us begin.
Okay. Sitlolly starts her second clairvoyance session with the mysterious shard as her medium. Auroron follows her lead using the spirit loom to record the images she sees on a woven scroll. Soon an image appears.
Alright, what's on the scroll this time? Looks like a broken bow covered in flames.
Huh. Yeah, it kinda does.
Hey, don't you think one of the pieces looks just like this shard?
Yep, it certainly does. That's a better image of it right there.
You're right! It seems to be from the body of the bow.
I saw a bow just like this in one of Granny's scrolls.
Yes, it's the weapon Sanhaj used in the Battle of the Mare Javari. I guess that proves it. This shard is a bona fide Sanhaj relic.
Good old Sanhaj. The relic's spiritual energy was fluctuating very strongly, but I wasn't in any danger at all. The Traveler probably would have been fine as well.
Now that's a true hero, huh? Generations later and the stuff he used to own is helping to treat spirit duffers.
I still think there's more to this story, though. Kokochu must have had his own motives beyond just treating Leela's condition.
Well, okay, we saw the full bow just now, right? Maybe he wanted to see it too, so he could track down the other pieces.
An interesting point.
I don't know if he'd have anything to gain by doing that. Even if they're Sanhaj relics, I still doubt he'd have much use for a broken bow.
Well, maybe he likes collecting old relics.
Also, why use a spirit duffer in that case? You're basically setting yourself up for failure.
Huh? Leela's body is responding!
Let me take a look. I can sense a spirit being drawn to the relic.
Looks like Granny's plan is working. Leela's spirit is being drawn to the bait.
In that case, let me try again. This time using both Leela's body and the shard as mediums.
You can do it, Granny. I'm ready to go too.
Actually, can I control the spirit loom this time?
You got the itch too, huh?
Plus, Auroron went last time. It's only fair to take it in turns.
Fine by me. We know it's safe now, so you shouldn't have any problems.
All right, if you insist. Be my guest. Just let me know when you're ready.
I shall. But first things first, can we talk to... Yeah, we can talk to Auroron.
Don't worry. I'm quite sure the shard is safe. There shouldn't be any danger.
Okay, cool. So let's talk to her now.
You ready?
Let's begin.
All right, here goes.
So I've got to put together another one of these. I wasn't expecting to have to do another one of these. But hey, I'm fine with it. I thought it was actually kind of fun before. So I've got to put this one right here, like that. And then, does this one go right here? I think it does. So this one probably goes behind the others. Just like that. And then there's this final one, which I'm not entirely sure. Okay. So that was pretty fast.
Another image has appeared. This one is A map!
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
A map? Of where?
Could it be the Mare Javari?
The Mare Javari?
The Mare Javari was reduced to a desolate wasteland after that big battle. Or rather, it became known as the Mare Javari after what happened there.
You know, I think we used to hear, like, one of the NPCs back in Mondstadt talking about the Mare Javari. I could be wrong, it's been such a long time. But he kept going on and on about the Mare Javari, and I remember thinking back then, maybe even saying back then, well, I wonder when we're going to visit that place. I'm wondering if that time is now.
The ashes of the monsters and warriors who fought there covered the entire battlefield. Sometimes, bone-chilling cries would be heard from the depths. Other times, the whole region would become engulfed in towering flames, drowning out the cries. That place is full of untold dangers and mysteries. Over the centuries, the finest adventurers have tried to prove themselves by venturing in. Sadly, most ended up perishing there. That lasted up until around 20 or 30 years ago, when strange things started happening. People started speaking of an enormous dark creature the size of a mountain, roaming around inside the Mare Javari.
Huh, could that be a dragon?
And then, shortly after that, the whole region just completely disappeared.
Oh.
Nobody knows how, but that infamously ominous place just vanished from the face of the world.
Okay, then the thing I was thinking about is probably not the same. It's probably, unless that NPC was like really old or something and was talking about something that they'd done a long time ago.
What? How the heck?
I know, right? Anyway, if I'm not mistaken, the place indicated on this map is where it used to be before it disappeared.
And where's that?
At the westernmost part of Natlan. It's a very remote location, far away from any of the tribes. There never used to be a settlement there, but there's more people since the Mare Javari disappeared. Anyway, that's just what I've heard. I've never been there myself.
Is that the place where I saw that dragon flying around? Like, just recently? Because I was just going there to activate, like, all of the statues of the Seven and stuff. And then it suddenly appeared and started flying around. It even attacked the tower I was in.
This is what age does to you. The older you get, the less adventurous you become.
That's just an excuse. Granny's too lazy to take a trip that far away.
Hold on a second. There's a spirit approaching the shard and the woven scroll.
Oh, Leela's body is responding again!
Quite a strong reaction this time. Does this mean what he was really seeking was the Mare Javari's location?
I sense it too. There's a soul nearby. Almost a complete one.
Oh, this is creeping Paimon out!
Seems like the plan is working.
So, can we just wake him up now?
Not today. You might think bringing a spirit back into its body is like pouring water from one bottle into another, but it's far more complicated than that. I need to borrow a ceremonial sword and make some other preparations. It'll take me about 2 days.
Okay, I have a feeling we're going to be fast-forwarding time again.
But don't worry. Now that his spirit's returned, there's just one step left. Let's meet up again in 2 days.
Okay then. So that's what we will be doing in 2 days. Let's talk to him again.
Something about this still doesn't add up for me. If that Kokchu guy was really plotting something, why would he leave Sanhaj's relic at the scene? Unless that was also bait.
Okay, that's something to consider. So let's go ahead and fast forward time very fast.
Greetings again, everyone.
See, Lolly, you're here!
I got the ceremonial sword from the chief. It has a certain power that's needed in situations like this. You haven't forgotten what we're doing today, right?
Nope.
Of course not! We're gonna wake Leela up, and then ask him just what the heck he was playing at.
And I've prepared the rest of the tools for the ceremony per Granny's instructions. We've dotted all our I's and crossed all our T's, so today should go off without a hitch.
Good work, kiddo. Then without further ado, let's get started.
Sitlali summons the ceremonial sword Calamity of Eshu. Wow.
I give offerings from the mystic smoke, the gift of stars on a moonless night, a wreath of dreams in the swirling wind. Glory be to the ruler of death. Fade, fade, fade. Thrice uttered and thrice repeated.
Huh.
Whoa! Is this one of her magic spells? This whole place suddenly got cold. What's happening?
And Aether just thinks her overreaction to it is
Keep
funny.
your voice down. We mustn't disturb her.
We, the children of the Priest King, swear to abide by the ancient pact and tear through the veil of the Night Realm. I am Sitlali. Hear my command. I am the Shepherd of Doomsday. I am Akul Batil.
Oh, look! Leela's
Oh, whoa.
spirit is back. It's coming towards his body.
I shall pierce the cloak of night with flintstone and banish all souls that do not belong to the land of the dead. Leela, obey my command and return to the land where the sun shines. Return to your own path.
Did it work?
I don't know. I did.
Where am I? And who are you?
She doesn't look too happy at all.
Whoa! Granny Eatsley, I mean, High Priestess Sitlali, please have mercy.
Oh, guilty conscience, huh? So, you know full well what you've done. Do you have any idea how close you were to never making it back? Or maybe you thought life would be more fun as an inanimate object.
I'm sorry, I messed up, and I'll face the consequences.
Oh, you sure about that? Then say goodbye to your parents. Tell them this. Goodbye, Mom and Dad. I've realized I enjoy life as an empty shell so much that I've decided to get Granny Eatsley to turn me into a stone statue, so I can stand guard over her house for the next 100 years.
No, please don't. I'm begging you. I'll never do this
wait.
again, I promise. Thank you, High Priestess Sitlali. Thank you for rescuing me.
Can she actually do that to him? Or to anybody?
Don't thank me. Thank my grandson. If he hadn't sensed something was amiss, I wouldn't have bothered getting involved.
You're more than welcome, Leela. And don't mind Granny. She's all bark and no bite. We're just glad that you're okay. Besides, someone tricked you into doing this, didn't they? That Kokchu guy. He's the real culprit here.
Kokchu? I think he meant to say Kokuchu, right?
No, Mr. Kokuchu had nothing to do with it. It was all my doing.
Huh?
Well, I mean, he suggested the method of using a powerful spirit relic as a medium, but it was my decision to go through with it. I wasn't coerced or anything. I'm sorry. I'm the one to blame.
The brainwashing is strong with this one.
So did Kokuchu provide the relic?
He did. He said it was a treasure related to the Mare Javari.
Right, so that proves it. He was using you. He coaxed you into doing the clairvoyance for him.
But I'm a spirit duffer who can't cast a single spell. What use would I be to him? Guys like me couldn't sense a spirit even if we spent the rest of our lives sitting and meditating. But Mr. Kokuchu said that if I brute force the spell and immerse myself in a spiritually rich substance, I might be able to catch a glimpse of one. It seems like my only option.
Okay, that means that he definitely coaxed you.
Still, brute forcing a spell when you're a spirit duffer is like forcing yourself to run a marathon without any legs. If it wasn't for Sitlali, you'd have been lost forever.
I know, I'm sorry. It's just... everyone in this tribe is so amazingly talented, and then there's me. I just didn't want to be the odd one out anymore.
I totally understand how you feel, Leela. Some seeds effortlessly grow into beautiful cabbages, while others struggle with all their might and never even sprout.
Huh.
Who knows why this is the way things are? Maybe that's just life. Life is full of things we can't change. I know saying this doesn't change anything either, but I hope it makes you feel a little better.
Let's pause this discussion for now. We need to get you to Matla's for a checkup.
Okay, are they no, they're not teleporting us out. What about the floaty sword? Aren't they gonna take it? It sounded like a really impressive weapon. Calamity of Eshu or whatever? Okay, they're just gonna leave the floaty sword there. So let's go up there.
Okay, looking good. Seems like this guy got off lightly. Just make sure he eats when you get back. He must be starving.
That's a relief. I've heard of cases where people's bodies started necrotizing after they spent too long meditating.
Yeah, now that I think about it, he has been there for quite a while.
What a horrifying thought!
Anyway, Leela, even though we didn't know each other before all this, I'm still really glad that you're okay now.
Well, maybe you don't know me, but I've heard all about you. The same goes for High Priestess Lali, the Traveler, and Paimon. I've heard all the stories.
Huh? Even us?
Paimon, everybody's heard of us at this point.
This might sound corny, but you're exactly the kind of people I've always dreamed of becoming. But it's clear to me now. That was just wishful thinking. Honestly, why'd I have to be born a spirit duffer? Nah, it's alright, really. I'm used to being useless by now. Thank you all for saving me. Auroron, I think you're right. It's just a fact of life. I promise I won't take another risk like this in the future. I've brought you more than enough trouble already.
Aw, Leela.
It's okay. There's no need to comfort me.
Hey, you little rascal. What are you talking about? Look at me.
Huh? What's wrong, High Priestess Lali?
I said, look at me. Take a good hard look. Sense anything strange?
Granny, what are you talking about?
What do you think, Traveler? Another case of happy to help written on someone's face?
I have no idea.
Hold on. I think
What the?
either my mind's playing tricks on me or her entire body is an illusion. No, it must just be my imagination. I wouldn't be able to see through something like that.
Wait, I know this trick. It's the same one I used a while back. Granny snuck away from right under our noses.
You see? You can perceive some spiritual abnormalities now. Congratulations.
So him doing what he did actually helped him.
Really?
But where are you going, Granny?
Where do you think? I'm going fishing, you dummy.
She's looking for that Kokuchu guy.
Someone triggered the trap I set in the cave. Looks like our friend Kokuchu took the bait.
Oh, maybe she left the sword there to draw him away, or to draw him there or whatever.
What?
Sorry, can't talk now. You'll find me in the cave.
In fact, that's probably why she left the sword there to begin with, because she never left the cave. So that's nice, right? Sorry, but I need to clear out some mental detritus before I head down to the clinic. Mental detritus? Too direct? How about mental load? Would that be easier to understand? Many people gain greater self-awareness or deeper knowledge through meditation. But I'm not looking for anything quite so profound. All I require is inner peace. Is something troubling you? Know that sometimes helping others with their treatment is no different from becoming an active part of their lives. This is especially true for those who have chronic illnesses, such as those afflicted with abyssal corrosion. In such cases, I regularly compile medical reports and keep a running record of their condition. As such, it is inevitable that I occasionally find myself dwelling upon such thoughts. Yet this can have negative effects on my own health. It is hard for doctors to cure themselves, though, so all I can hope for is to temporarily free my mind of these troubles through meditation. Okay. Interesting. I didn't need to talk to him again. So we gotta go back to that cave. Actually, before I trigger this cutscene, I should... There we go. Accept that reward right there. And now I can go ahead and trigger the cutscene.
Huh? Don't believe it. He got away. Oh, this is terrible. Why'd I have to go and act so cocky about it? I'm gonna look like such a fool.
Okay.
This Kokuchu must be a real escape artist or something. But I can't tell them that. I'll have to think of something else.
Say, Lolly, did you get him?
Given that she's the only person here, I'm guessing no.
I thought I'd let him go for now. But I left a mark on him. So if he comes around here again, I'll be able to track his every move.
Oh, so Granny had only pretended to leave the cave, when in fact she'd set up a whole trap for him and was lying in wait.
Isn't that what you said before? Basically, I mean, maybe she didn't say it exactly like that, but...
Ah, so just like how you caught Auroron! But how did you know Kokochu would come here?
Because I planted the bait here. The Mare Javari map and the bow shard. Left them both on the table.
Wait.
I had a feeling those were what he was truly after.
Not the sword, huh? Okay.
And sure enough, my trap was triggered just moments after we left.
So you really did set up traps here after all, huh?
That's what she just said? Yes. At least 2 times now.
Of course. It's just that they'd never do anything to either of you.
See? What did I tell you?
So, Mr. Kokochu, you used me after all. This whole time, all you wanted was to find the location of the Mare Javari.
That's right. I've been wondering about the shard he left ever since I came across it. Why did he leave it there? The moment I confirmed the Mare Javari's location, that's when I realized. It was bait. He was counting on Leela's spirit getting lost, and the tribe coming to his rescue. Then, by helping Leela, we'd be helping him.
Oh, so he was fishing too! It was all a ploy to lure in an actual clairvoyant who could look into the shard for him.
Yep. And somebody fell for it, hook, line, and sinker.
I'm sorry. I took the bait. But so did Granny.
Well, I mean, you guys still had to rescue the guy.
Ugh, the nerve! I only got involved because of you, you little scamp!
Either way, Kokchu played us like a fiddle. Huh. He managed to accomplish his goals without taking any of the risk himself. Pretty sneaky.
You could say that again. Imagine if he tried to approach Seat Lolly directly. She'd have seen through it right away. Although, actually, Seat Lolly, why did you let him go?
The real question is why is it a bad thing for him to know where the Mare Javari is? I mean, it was bad for him to use that one guy. You know, because that guy could have died, but as for him knowing where the Mare Javari is, like, is that really a big deal? You'd think that, if anything, other people might be willing to help him find it, right? I don't know.
Because I couldn't risk using my full abilities here. He was a pretty slippery character, and if I'd kept him here by force, there could have been unintended consequences.
Was it my fault for picking a bad place? I'm sorry. I went looking for somewhere with a wealth of spiritual energy when I first decided to help Leela, and ended up choosing this mad sage's hideout.
Mad Sage?
Yeah, he's napping right behind that wall.
Wait.
We'd have a whole new situation on our hands if we woke him up. That's why I decided against using my full abilities.
Okay, that doesn't sound good.
I do have some good news, though. I snatched the shard and map back before he bolted, so I may have restrained myself, but I certainly didn't let him walk all over me.
That's great! So he left empty-handed!
Uh-huh.
Yes, sort of. The bad news is he did get a look at the map before he left. Not that the Mare Javari's last known location is a huge secret, but still.
Yeah, that's kind of worrying. What if he's got some sort of diabolical plan?
Don't worry. I'll keep tracking him. Also, Leela, if it's all the same to you, I'd like to give the shard and map to the Traveler as a gift. They might prove useful at some point in his journey.
Absolutely. That's completely fine. The Traveler deserves it.
Are you sure? This is a very generous gift.
None of us are interested in them. And if there's any chance of them leading you to the Mare Javari, I'm sure an adventurer like you wouldn't want to pass on that opportunity.
A little bit of foreshadowing there, but we already knew that we were going to go there eventually.
Granny Eatsley has a sense for these things.
So, Granny Eatsley? Do you think I'm still a spirit duffer?
What kind of a dumb question is that? You saw through my illusion, didn't you? I mean, that's partly because I deliberately made it imperfect, but even then, a spirit duffer wouldn't be able to see through that. Auroron, give this guy some lessons when you've got the time. Leela, put in the work, and we'll see how far you get.
Amazing. Life is so full of surprises. As long as you keep moving forward, you might just run into some fertilizer in the middle of the road.
Okay.
I'm so happy for you, Leela. Let's both give this our best shot, and who knows? We might both be beautiful cabbages one day.
This guy and his vegetables and stuff. And there we go. That's the timed event story complete, I believe. I'll check very fast. Okay, good. I am completely done with the story for this timed event. The only thing left are these 2 prizes here. I definitely want to get the crown for, reasons, like being able to upgrade my characters and stuff. But I'm not too worried about that. I can get the remaining crystals off camera, because it's just these fights right here. Aside from that, there is another timed event right here that I can do. And
has its final.
It's mostly domain stuff, but it's not fighting. I don't think it's fighting. It's more like challenges and stuff. Before I even consider doing that in this video, I'm going to talk to Auroron.
Thank you for everything. This would have been so much harder without you. These are for you. They're all homegrown. I hope you like them.
Oh. Did I... Oh, I got 30 cabbages. That's a neat little touch. Oh.
You alright? I have to return the ceremonial sword to the chief shortly. But I'll leave everything else in the camp as is for now. Feel free to make use of it.
I have the latest volume of Mirage Warriors here.
Huh?
Along with a special edition spin-off of The Case Files of Miss Orith.
Huh?
Want to read them together? What? Oh, really?
What is this? What's going on? How did he know I like those books? Has he been trying to find out what I'm into? No, that's ridiculous. Don't be silly. I bet Auroron sold me out. A little scamp. Still, he remembered. That's gotta mean something, right? Why make a note of some mundane detail like that? Focus! He asked me a question. How do I respond? Sure, why not? I should have some time later. I'll let you know.
Okay. Yeah, she's definitely into Aether, but surprisingly, Aether might be into her. I don't know.
I'm gonna apply myself hard and learn everything I can from Auroron. He'll make a cabbage out of me yet. Although, to be honest, I'd rather become a carrot. More nutritious, you know?
Okay. Very weird. So yeah, that seems to be it. I think Citlali might actually repeat herself in that whole conversation again.
You alright?
Yeah, it's gonna repeat all over again, so I'll just get
I have
this.
to return the ceremony.
Okay, so now that that's out of the way, I thought that was an interesting timed event there. So this one, because I can actually do this one from right here, like if I do this, I can actually do at least the first 2 rounds right here. I may as well, right? Like, just because, why not? Now, there are, like, different rewards depending on how well you do and stuff, but before I even start that, I'm going to read this. So it's called Adventurers Trials Metamorphosis. It says, in order to comprehensively test the speed, agility, and strength of adventurers, the Adventurers Guild designed a series of fiendishly challenging stages, and it is said none have yet made it through. However, there are no and shall never be barriers that cannot be broken. The facts shall bear out this truth. So let's go ahead and start the very first one. Challenge 1. Alternative traversal methods. Use Kenich's... Is it Kenich? Kenich's? Elemental skill to collect and shoot mimetic pectin to break bricks, and go to the other side of the wall. to collect adventure coins and score points. During the challenge, all party members will have reduced cooldowns and maintain a state in which their phlogiston stays full and will not be consumed. Challenge 2, a world-class banger to seal the deal. Use Risley's charged attack to knock slimes into fine goals and score points. This is very, very familiar, isn't it? That's something we've done before with the slimes. Anyways, challenge 3, Bouncy Bouncy Forced March. Use Kachina's elemental skill to defeat enemies at set intervals during the challenge. A negative pressure vortex will appear at the location of the randomly selected character from your party. It will last for a period of time and will follow them, continuously pulling in enemies. Aside from this, all party members will have reduced cooldowns and maintain a state in which their phlogiston stays full and will not be consumed. So in order to get this, I have to, first of all, complete all round trial 1. Okay, that's what it's saying. Score at least 30 points in alternate traversal methods. Hit slimes at least 5 times in a world-class banger to seal the deal. Wow. Hit opponents with elemental skills at least 5 times in Bouncy Bouncy Force March. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and start this. Okay, so I'm playing as Kinich here, and I guess I can use his ability to aim and hit the bricks once they pop up. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's interesting. What the? Oh no. What the? Okay. Well, there we go.
10 points
No.
for agility.
You're supposed to go that way. Thank you, Kinich. Collect that, and then do this. What the? Why didn't he shoot? Am I crazy? He should have... Oh, I think I understand. I think I understand how I messed up. Okay. I'm supposed to stand near one of these, and then I can do it. I was, like, completely confused. So, does it really matter which way you shoot? Yes, it does. Let's go through there. No.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Good grief. It's very difficult to control his thing. Wow. Okay, this time I should do better. There we go. And now I can get all the ones that are low to the ground first, and then worry about the ones that are higher up.
10 points for agility.
Oh, wow. You know what? Why not just do it like that, then?
10 points for agility.
Wow. Okay. That was cool. Now that I've gotten a little bit better at it, cool. Whoopsie. No, I don't want to get hit again. Go that way.
Are you running away? 10 points for agility.
Good grief. That thing. It keeps talking.
Are you running
No,
away?
don't disappear before I collect over 30. Why? Oh no. Come on. For some reason, that does not like to... No, I didn't want to shoot again. There we go. Wow, that was a little bit more annoying than probably needed to be, but that's because I was, like, trying to get the gun thing to work. So this ought to be a little bit easier just because I'm more used to this particular type. You know, having done it several times before in the past. Not to mention it's really, really simple. I'm thinking that after this, I'll probably, you know, after this challenge is completely done, I'm going to do the rest of this timed event off camera. Just because, yeah, this is more or less the same stuff that I've done before. I mean, that one with Kinnich was a little bit different, that's for sure, but I have a feeling that this isn't going to be that much different from things I've done before, because it looks like it's just going to be fighting. So, die! Die, die, die! Well, this is neat. I like the little vortex that appeared. Makes things very simple. We die. Awesome. And look, it's my favorite type of hilly turtle. Whoops. Die already! There's only 2 left. There's only 1 left. Awesome. Okay. Not the best time in the world, I'm sure, but hey. I did it. Yay. Let's claim our rewards. Just like that. Awesome. Let's just take a quick peek. So this one's called Ward Breaker, where you have to break the shields of enemies. This one is one where you collect coins while going around an area that has like a bunch of water in it. I guess you're gonna surf over the water with Moalani. And then this one is one where you break the blocks. So yeah, we've done the break the block type before, as well as kind of like the surfing one before, but except it was like ice characters, you know, cryo characters, where you would go over the water and collect the coins and stuff, but they added a little bit of, you know, a little bit of a twist on that, because it looks like you can go up into the air, too, for that one. And then we've also done the shield breaking one before, I believe. So, yeah, I'm going to do the rest of these off camera. That way, in the next video, I can completely focus on the Archon quest. And,
wine.
Shut up, Young Lee. So yeah, that's the plan. Thank you very much for watching, and next time I play, that's what I'm going to be doing. The Archon quest. Bye-bye.